First off in target one, it'll be the team from Korea. It's a FIFA world ranking of 36th. However, they did qualify in the 5th spot. It's Yong, Choi, and Seok. They defeated Great Britain and Mexico and lost to Italy here, and now will compete for the bronze medal. Target number 2, the Islamic Republic of Iran. The team of Parsamehr Mahtab and Amir Kazempoor. FIFA world ranking 3rd overall. They also qualified 3rd overall, defeated Norway in a very tight matchup, 150-149, and then beat France, however lost to the Netherlands, 155-151. So both of these teams looking for that bronze medal, and on paper it looks like a very good matchup, Logan.
Yeah, it's going to be really good. The team I'm really interested to look at is Korea, because we don't get an opportunity to see them at every event. So the compound team is going to be really interesting to watch this morning. And
that is an interesting scenario you bring up. We talked a little bit off camera that the Korean national archery team mainly focuses a lot of their efforts towards the recurve, but here we are here in the mixed team event, and they have a shot at a compound bronze.
Absolutely. I mean, they do so well on the recurve side of things. It's really nice to see that they're actually getting some good results on the compound side of things as well.
Now, quickly looking at, I guess, the scoring involved in the compound mixed team, how exactly does it work, just so some of the newcomers to the sport understand how this scoring will take place?
On each team, you got 2 competitors, a male and a female, and each competitor is going to shoot 2 arrows. So you're going to have 4 arrows shot per team per end. So they're going to shoot a combined of 16 arrows for the whole entire match.
And then, of course, because it's compound, everything's added up.
Yeah,
and we determine our winner after the 16 arrows. Should be interesting. Here's our first shot of the morning draw, where the bronze medal matchup, the compound mixed team, it ends up being a 9.
Just out, looks like, you know, the wind's still playing, probably not a big factor. It's swirling a little bit in here. The flags look to be staying pretty still.
We're in an interesting venue as far as the historical values of it, where we have the King's Castle, the Queen's Castle, also a museum, and we're kind of center square. So winds will be a little bit of a factor depending on which way they want to wreak havoc, or if they even do it all as far as swirling in the middle is concerned.
Absolutely. I mean, you can get it. The way we're sitting in this venue, we got a couple of alleyways. You know, you may get wind coming down one and blowing down the other direction. So it could be swirling in this venue very easily. Something
the athletes will have to take into consideration when shooting. And as we see, the second shot for the team of Korea is a 10. Right now the score is tied after 2 shots each at 19 apiece.
Yeah, and the other thing that you look at when you come into this venue, we don't know what they were on the practice side of things. So, you know, they may be adjusting a little bit from the practice venue to the official venue.
How much of a difference is that? Because, you know, we've both been here for about a week. There's a practice facility, there's a qualifying facility, now there's a final facility. Every single one of these facilities, you have to make the adjustments if you're going to be successful.
Absolutely. And probably the biggest adjustment is not necessarily the distance, but it's going to be the wind, because it will vary from venue to venue.
That's back-to-back 10s for the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Yeah, they shoot a 39 out of a possible 40, very good shooting.
Korea with a 9.
And see, both of her arrows have been on the tall side, so, you know, maybe she's making adjustments because she was a little on the low side on the practice venue.
Now the teams, both shooters get 20 seconds for the 2 arrows. Is that correct, or how does that work?
They will actually get a combined.
I
do believe they get 60 seconds.
60 seconds? Somewhere in that range anyway, right? Yeah, exactly. Beautiful sight lines here in downtown Torino, Italy. Bronze medal matchup currently standing at with Team Korea with 38 of a possible 40 points, up against the Islamic Republic of Iran, who scored 39 of a possible 40 points, as both coaching staffs have a chat with their athletes. What exactly is said right now in this scenario, considering you just shot a 39 out of 40?
Right now you just kind of want to make sure you maintain things. I mean, the one that she missed was just barely out. So it's not like they need to make a lot of adjustments. They just need to keep doing what they're doing and keep going forward, and I think they should be fine.
Is it almost also, maybe from a coaching perspective, a calming influence just to settle the athlete?
Absolutely. The coach is there to kind of make sure that they don't put the cart before the horse, you know.
Right. As we take a look at Amir Kazempoor with his last shot.
Now, because Korea was trailing after the first end, they're going to start off to lead this end.
Korea down here as we start the, I guess, would it be considered the second half?
Second end, because you know we got 4 ends, so I guess you can look at each end as a quarter.
Gotcha. Down by 1 point. Starts off well.
Absolutely. She made some good adjustments. She's no longer on the high side of the target.
And he duplicates that.
Good group. I mean, you can't ask for a whole lot better in that end.
2 targets on the board there, Logan. Is it you have to go right then left, or how does that work exactly for everybody kind of figuring it out at home?
As far as it's up to the competitors. They can actually, if the male wants to shoot one side, he can shoot both arrows into one, and she can shoot both arrows into the other. So.
Now you've been at this level. You're a world archer. Is there a preference when you're on that starting line looking at it?
We kind of look at it as reading. We just want to make sure we start on the left side and go to the right. That way we're less likely to shoot the wrong target.
Back to target 1 and Korea.
See, the wind is right now. I mean, it's totally dead. So there could be some really good scores shot today. And
evidence of it right there with 3 straight 10s for the team from Korea.
And with, like I said, a 1 point lead for Iran, you know, there's no room for mistakes. He's got 10 seconds left, you know, so he's not rushed for time.
10.
Perfect 40.
Fantastic score for Korea there.
Can't ask for a lot better.
Now, if you're the competitors or one of the competitors from the Islamic Republic of Iran and you see your opponent nailing 4 10s, it almost turns up the heat a little bit, and we see it there on that shot there.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the furthest arrow they've had out this whole time. So, you know, like I said, that 1 point lead now is gone. So you got to make sure you step back onto your game and you get this next one in the 10 ring, and then you're tied.
Amir Kazempoor delivers a 10, and we are tied. Halfway mark of this competition, 16 arrows. We're tied at 78 points apiece.
Out of a possible 80. I mean, you can't ask for a whole lot better. You're only talking two arrows out of that small 10 ring at 50 meters is a pretty good accomplishment.
Right after this matchup, we'll see the gold medal matchup between the host Italian team and the Netherlands. So this. Both of these teams were fortunate with victories over Korea and the Islamic Republic of Iran, but we're seeing some fantastic shooting here in the opening round matchup, the bronze medal matchup here in the compound mixed team event.
Yeah, we should have a really good treat with that Italy versus Netherlands matchup. I mean, you got great, strong male archers. The female archers are up and coming, and I mean, it's going to be a good matchup.
So we take a look at some of the archers in the crowd, also some of the fans here in downtown Torino, Italy. 2 ends complete, 78 all. 78 of a possible 80 points. We're about to resume here with the Islamic Republic of Iran on the starting line first.
And now because they're tied, Iran was the one that started off to begin the match, so now they're going to start off this end.
Parsamehr Mahtab We'll be seeing plenty of her today, as she's also in the team event and the individual event.
Yeah, very good shooter. She's been shooting really strong, even since Antalya, Turkey. I mean, come on, very, very strong there.
Amir Kazempoor.
See, now they're going to put the pressure a little bit more back on the Korean side, you know, because they got to step up and shoot a couple more 10s to keep this match all square.
Delivers a 10.
And you could see in that shot with her, you could see her level in her scope, and it maintained a very good spot in the center, so that helped her to keep her left and right a lot better.
Now, when we look at that target there, Logan, we notice the 10 has a circle within itself.
Absolutely, that's the X-ring. You know, it doesn't do a whole lot during the team rounds, but when you have your qualification, that breaks a lot of the tiebreakers.
Ah, I see. Okay. So if you're ever in a tiebreaker situation, you look at the combined X's. Is that fair to say?
It'll go from 10s, X's. You know, that way if somebody shot one in the 8 versus somebody who didn't shoot one in the 8, they'll technically have more 10s than the other person.
Gotcha.
Nine. Please turn off the flash function on your camera.
2 9s for the Islamic Republic of Iran, and you can see a little bit of disappointment in their faces as they complete the end.
Absolutely. I mean, they've had some strong shooting, and then to miss 2 right there is it's going to be, you know, open the door for Korea to kind of put the pressure back on Iran.
And right now, as you say that, they have taken advantage of it. Their 3rd straight 10 of this end. To increase the lead.
And he's only got 5 seconds, so he was a little rushed on that shot, but he succeeded very well, put it in the X-ring, so no problem.
Absolutely he did. 4 arrows remaining. They have a 2-point lead. Now, in the sport of compound archery, what sort of significance is a 2-point lead? Because on paper, it doesn't seem like a lot.
No, it's really not. I mean, on a day like today where the wind is not really relevant right now, a 2-point lead is monstrous. I mean, as long as you step back there and shoot your game, you can put 1 to 2 in the 10 ring, and then you put the pressure back on the other team. But when a day when it's windy, 2-point lead can be gone in 1 arrow.
Yeah, absolutely. So Korea holding the 2-point advantage, in control of their own destiny.
Yeah, right now if they shoot a 40 on the next end, they'll actually tie the world record. So
wow.
I mean, they're shooting really well.
World record, of course, held by Italy. They set it actually during qualification or during eliminations.
Yep, set it against Belgium. So, you know, to be down 2 points after 12 arrows is not bad at all.
158 is the world record. Italy also held the previous world record at 156. Which was back in June of this season in Antalya, Turkey, during a World Cup stage, as we start the final 4 arrows of this bronze medal matchup here in the compound mixed team event.
Now they're going to have to put some arrows in the middle to get some pressure back to Korea, because otherwise, you know, it's going to be the way it is right now.
And she starts off dead center. Some would say that's a spider.
Very much so. And what's kind of interesting is you look at the targets, their left target is actually a lot better than their right target. The group is a lot tighter.
It just falls out of range of 10.
Korea looking to close the deal with the next 4 shots.
First shot.
Scores
a 10.
Excellent shooting. I mean, they're shooting very well. They only had her first 2 arrows in the first end that were out tall, and after that, you know, she made adjustments, and they're shooting really strong.
has a chance here to increase that 2-point lead to 3 with a 10.
Like I said before, you could see his level, and it's maintaining a good position. So his left and right should be good, but it's low.
Wow.
So now we have an opportunity that if Iran shoots a couple of 10s, that they're back in this match.
1-point lead with 2 arrows left. That could be a very costly mistake.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
X.
Parsamehr hits a 10. That's back-to-back for her. She's definitely on her game this morning. Amir Kazempoor with his final shot.
He puts it in the middle. We definitely got a match going on in the last 2 hours for Korea, but I don't know, with 1-point lead, now it's going to be 2.
Yeah.
Potential 2-point win.
Her final shot is an 8.
Ooh, it looks like it might be a liner. So you got to assume as a competitor, you're thinking that's a 9. You're not going to take anything for granted. You're going to assume it's a 9. He's got 7 seconds left. Maybe feeling the pressure, puts it in the middle.
It's a 10. 154, and that star that you just talked about will determine who is the bronze and who is the 4th place finisher in this mixed team event. That's about as close as you get.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said before, the wind isn't a big factor right now, and you can see both the arrows that are the 1-8 and the possible 8 for Korea are both low. They're not necessarily left or right. So, the wind isn't playing a factor. They may got a little nervous, and the dot just moved down to the bottom when it went off.
Now, we take a look at the Korean team, and they're obviously anxious. Is it yes? Is it no?
I'm going to assume yes. It looked like it was too close. The way they are, the arrow comes into the angle. I'm going to assume it hit that line.
Okay, here comes the official call.
Official result.
Korea!
And you can see by that reaction, Korea will get that extra point. They win it 155-154, and wow. They talk about inches in this sport. That's a lot less than an inch.
That's a lot less. We're talking millimeters there. And even with that millimeter from being an 8 to a 9, they're going to be glad to have it versus being a 10. So
just a really tight competition here in the bronze medal matchup. Korea successful. They will record it as a 155-154 final. It's complete. Bronze medal matchup. Your bronze medal champions is the mixed team from Korea. The gold medal coming up next.